Here we are, recording away. I've set this up and we'll come back to this. This is just so we can hear this. And I'm going to place this up here just for the moment. All right, you birds, with the new operating system, we are now able to finally make MPC Keygroup behave like an actual synthesizer. So we're getting closer to the real thing using the keygroups. And what I mean by this is if we take this and go. So we can do things like that. We can hold the key down, press another key, it takes over, and then when we pick it up. So that's how the 2600 behaves in a certain mode. And you have to have the repeat, keyboard repeat here to off. Wait for it, wait. So in order for this to happen on the 2600, this voice mode has to be in mono, not duo. This keyboard repeat thing has to be in off. And the trig mode has to be in single. And then you can hold a key down, hold another key down. That'll take over. And when you pick... then you can go like that. And on the new system, this is called keyboard mono ReTrig or something like that. And we'll look at that in just a moment. All right, so there's that part of it. Done. That's what we're on about here. So to make this all a thing, we're going to take our MIDI out. I'm going to use number A, and it's going to go to the MIDI in on in this case the 2600. This works the same, I believe, with any keyboard. Okay, so we should be more or less ready to go. And at this point, if I've got my output port set to MPCA, all ports in, monitor is set to auto, I should be able... and do the same thing on here. Yes, okay, input 1. So we want input 1. And we're going to change this to A0. And we're just going to go to A3. 6 notes is fine. Okay, so we want to name this. Okay, looping, we don't want looping for this example. Make the current track, so in 24 seconds. And I'll speed this up, obviously. Hooray! Okay, so this should be our key group. And we are... Now, as we can tell, something's a little wonky here. And all of these key groups take a little tuning up, which is cool. And now the new one is track edit. So we go here, and our first move is down to this poly, and we want to go to mono. Because this is a monosynth at the end of the day. We want it to act like it originally acted, the 2600. So we're now on mono. And we're not quite there yet, and we want that to be node on. And so here we go to utilities, and we want this portamento thing. We don't want quantize, we want mono ReTrig. So this should give us and this sample was 3 seconds long, so this only works for 3 seconds. But you can, sample it longer. But this is the new deal. We did not have this in the OS 2 dot whatever. So this is pretty cool. This is an upgrade. This is, a little bit overlooked. And it was something that bugged me for a long time, that when I sampled the 2600, I couldn't get it to play back the same way. I even made a video that 10 people watched about, how we could fix this one day. And now we have. So perhaps my small, shrill voice in the wilderness was heard halfway around the world. And perhaps it was hurled halfway around the world. And now, you see, we have our wish. Our desire has been met there. We can now have a mono ReTrig. Which is really cool, I think. Now, you can kind of tune this up a little bit also. Let's look at this. Samples, filters, amp, envelope. We want to make sure edit all layers. That's new. You don't have to go into this thing and so the end of the sound is a little more sustained. 127 is about right for me. So I think that's done, and we could save that if we wanted to. To save that, how would we do that? Okay, save Keygroup, and we pick a little place. I probably want to go to my Keygroup, and we want to make a new folder. And we could call this 2600 1